So first things first, I got to turn on this. Let me do that first. I have my circuit on. Now I'm going to test the heater. I'm going to plug this in. That's the fan, that's the heat. First test is I'll use my Fluke. Hertz AC. Let me show you. So you saw, started with 19.5 starting current, and then it went down to 18.9 to 18.4 on the Fluke. Next, I'll go from the cheapest to the most expensive. The cheapest was General Electric. Let's go test that now. What I have to set it up to is 20 to 400 amps to get a good reading. So with this meter, you saw about 18.9 and 0.7 without the heater. Next, second cheapest, which is the Kobalt. Set to 400 AC. Actually, let's go to 40. 40 AC. Let's begin. Did the Kobalt, did the General Electric. Now I'll go to the second to last cheapest, which is Klein, then it'll be Milwaukee. I'm set up, let's go verify. So we just did decline. Now, for those people that are in love with the Milwaukee, let's check that one out. Set the AC. Let's check it. Checked all three meters. We'll do the math in the next part.
That was a 18.5 amp heat gun. Now, I don't know if exactly does 18.5. What I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to send a meter out to get calibrated to verify my plus and minus. But now I wanted to show you the different meters and different readings. They are all over the place. The accuracy percentage, which let me show you a little video. General Electric is 19.66 amps. Klein is 19.5. They were all over the place, all the different readings. So let me show you, because I did the math. I'll show you the readings ultimately. There you go. I did a quick sheet for you. General Electric was 19.66. The highest current was, when it settled down, was 19.76. The lowest was 0.72, and the accuracy is plus or minus 2.5%. Which, if you look to the right, the starting current, if you did the math, it could have been from 18.11 to 21.09, and so on. If you notice there, plus or minus 2%, 2.5 is a lot. In residential commercial, you don't need it as much. But if you look at the Kobalt, now remember the readings that I'm supposed to have, if the heat gun is still good, is 18.5. Kobalt said it was at the highest peak, 20.01. When it's flowing nice and neat, the current high is 18.9. And the lowest current, because it was just a motor, is 0.70. The ratings there, if you do the plus or minus, could have been 19.4 for starting current up to 20.61. And the high current could have been 18.32 to 19.47 amps. And you see with the low. Klein, if you look at it, starting current was 19.35. And the current high is closer to the rating of the heat gun, which is 18.41, pretty darn close to 18.5. And our low current is 0.69. That one has a plus or minus of 2. And if you look at the readings on the right, that's what you would have. Milwaukee, now that had a plus or minus of 1.85. That should have been closer to the real number of the heat gun versus Klein. But what we have is Milwaukee's starting current is 19.75. The current high is 18.25. That's 2.25 too low if the heat gun is working properly. And the current low is 0.7. So 0.7 seems to be generic low. And the accuracy for that, again, is plus or minus 1.8. Now, Fluke, this is what I use all the time in industry. Its starting current said it was 19.3. The current high was 18.3. Milwaukee and Fluke are close with each other with the current low 0.7. That is plus or minus 2 with 5-degree digits. So that would give us 19.3, which matches with Milwaukee. And that would be a 20.195 for the other end. Pretty darn close. So again, the heat gun at rate at 120 volts was stated was 18.5 amps. If you do the starting current of 1.25, usually when something starts, you get that rating. It's should say it's about 23.125 amps. The meters, residential, commercial, you're fine. You're good to go. When you're dealing with more accuracy, more of you have to know exactly what you have. So sometimes you need to know exactly the ratings. Or pretty darn close. That's why we in the industrial world send our meters out to be calibrated to let us know plus or minus what is our meter. Is it working correctly or is it within reason? Now, next episode, I'm going to use a range oven. It's rated for 50 amps. We'll see what happens when I put all 5 meters on there. And then next episode after that will be about voltage testing. And with that, I want to know, is anybody out there who owns a company that can calibrate my meters? Let me know. I would love to maybe send mine out to get mine calibrated to at least have 1 meter where I know where the plus or minus truly is. And that would greatly help me out in my videos. So again, this is Sean from Tech Train Solutions. Thank you and have a great day. Oh yeah.